Welcome everybody to another episode of Lowe Notes. Episode 15. That's 15. I have my favorite son with me and my favorite daughter-in-law with me, Andy, aka Andy, and Anna. We are filming live from Rockford, Illinois, and I'm just so glad that they were able to join me today on the Lowe Notes. So turned on some music to start my day, decided to talk about it, and we're going to talk about Hardy today. That's right, Hardy, Michael Wilson Hardy, professionally known as Hardy, is a country rock singer that I didn't know anything about until June 12th, 2021. Miss Anna here kind of enlightened me on Michael Hardy, and I didn't realize he was a songwriter for so many people. I have a note here: Florida Georgia Line, Morgan Wallen, Carrie Underwood, Kenny Chesney. Are you kidding me? Blake Shelton, Lainey Wilson, Thomas Rhett, Cole Swindell. He has written songs for so many people, and I just thought it was really cool. I had no expectations when we went and saw him. So if you think about it, in 2021, he was really nothing. He had an album out called A Rock, and I didn't know any songs. I didn't know anything about him. I really didn't even know he was a country singer. And we go to Meskwaki Bingo Casino in Tama, Iowa, and they have a concert set up in the parking lot. It's pretty crazy. And it was part of a radio station promotion and a concert series. And we had Andy, Anna, my daughter, Maggie, their good friends, Amanda, and then we had a couple other good friends meet us there, Brock and Courtney. They'll have to be tagged on this. And we met in this parking lot to see this concert. And believe it or not, we got there very early. That's always a joke because I always get to places very early. And we're driving around the parking lot. We actually go in the casino, go to the bathroom, get a couple drinks. We have a big cooler full of beer and seltzers and stuff in the truck. And we're out in the parking lot. We find out later we weren't supposed to be drinking in the parking lot. I was the professional drunk designated driver the whole time, which meant I didn't drink at all. And so I remember everything from that night. But we did get there early, and these guys started in a little bit, and we noticed down, I don't know, probably a couple blocks away, we saw a tour bus down there. And we started noticing people milling around, and all of a sudden we saw a couple people golfing. They were like chipping golf balls. And then they would go chase them, and they'd come back, and they would chip more golf balls. And we kept thinking, could that be the band? Could that be actually Hardy down there? And this is what's so funny is we didn't know what he looked like.
Never saw him.
Never saw him, didn't know him, nothing like that. So we had, did we have a ice drink?
Yeah, we had Smirnoff Ices.
So we had Smirnoff Ices, and so the girls got this great idea that they would go down there and try to ice him. And if you don't know what that is, would you guys explain that?
You pretty much just have a Smirnoff Ice bottle, and you can hide it somewhere, or we just brought it up to him. And if you get presented with it or find it, you have to chug it. They're pretty tasty, very sugary.
Ooh, they're tasty.
Maybe a thing you do in college.
Do you think that, do they have sugar in them?
Yes.
Then yes.
Very sugary.
And so the three girls walked down there, and of course Maggie, my daughter, was not real excited about going, but Anna here was the brave one.
Took the reins.
Yeah.
She was
I was
like,
let's
we
go.
are going, let's go. So I watched them, Andy and I watched them walk down there, and it was a long ways. I was probably 2 blocks.
Yeah.
And they got down there, and I'll let Anna take over.
I just want to preface by saying I had no idea what Hardy looks like. I give Maggie, his daughter, my sister-in-law, full credit. She got us all to this concert, and to this day, it's one of my favorite things to talk about. But I was like, let's just go walk up and see. I should have known because his signature or his big glasses.
They look like meta
And
glasses.
trucker hat.
Yeah, and a trucker hat. So we're walking up. We all have short dresses on, cowboy boots. Someone might have had a cowboy hat on. And we had one Smirnoff.
Ma'am.
One Smirnoff Ice. And so we walk up and I see 2 guys. And I'm like, hey, can you give this to Hardy? Not knowing, I gave it to Hardy. He had the glasses on. And he's like, oh, yeah, just no filming. I'll do it though for you girls. And sure as shit,
Did he get down
Down
on
it.
one knee?
he went down on one knee, did it. We didn't film anything.
Would
You
expect
guys
nothing
probably
less.
saw it from afar.
Oh, we saw. I didn't see him get down on his knee, but I did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
I did see it.
And we had no intention of filming or anything, but I just thought it was funny. He didn't say anything about I'm Hardy. He just took it and
Yeah, I'll
went
get it
for
to him.
And then we left and was like, thanks. We're so excited for the concert. And then
Did he say something about a picture?
no, just you girls have fun at the concert. And then as we were leaving, we just did one and done. Didn't want to talk or anything. So as we were leaving, there was another group of like 5 or 6 people walking up, and I remember they had like a case of beer, but I don't think Hardy did anything with that.
I think he vamoosed back into his
Vamos.
tour bus.
It started getting a little busy, so
Because we were there very early.
Very
When I say early, we were the only one in the parking lot.
yeah.
And we mentioned earlier that Brock and Courtney, friends of ours from Madrid, where I used to teach, I had first heard of Hardy because of Brock. He liked the song He Went to Jared. It's a song where he talks about, I think it's about somebody else that goes to Jared, gets a wedding ring, proposes, starts the whole, family lifestyle. And then meanwhile, Hardy's writing songs and, having fun and partying. And it's He Went to Jared, I Went to the Bar, the whole scene. But I remember in the Madrid weight room, we were lifting weights after a class or something, or after school. And that was the first time I had heard Hardy. I was like, yeah, this guy is good. He's a good songwriter and puts you in a position where you feel like you know what he's talking about and you've been in that position before. So Hardy's very good. And I didn't know much about him other than that song, and I was really glad we got to go.
So getting back to kind of the parking lot and how everything was set up, I'll let Anna talk about, we kind of got in trouble a little bit in the parking lot.
First and foremost, we had gotten enough liquor to pregame and stuff in the parking lot. But then we went to a gas station on the...
It was hot,
casino-
too.
On the
Yeah, it was
grounds,
very hot.
Very
a
hot.
gas station on the
We went
grounds.
to a gas station on the grounds thinking that there would be like little tiny shooters. Nothing. So we're like, okay, well, we'll just stick to what we got. So we went back to Tom's truck and opened
Yeti
the cooler.
Yeti.
Shout out Yeti.
Yep, shout out
Yeti cooler.
Brock had one, I had one, so we had 2 coolers.
Shout out Brock
Shout
for
out.
working at Dick's Sporting Goods, getting him a discount on Yetis. But we opened the cooler. I don't think we had chairs. We just sat on the sidewalk. We had our boots on.
Or sat on the tailgate.
Tailgate. And then started drinking. I don't know if anyone shotgun. I think Courtney maybe shotgun. And
Always
that
get
would
ya.
spark some attention with the grounds people. And a lady came over and she's like, you guys can't drink here. And
We're on the
"Oh, okay."
reservation.
Yeah, so on the res,
We
can't
always
drink.
forget.
You can only buy booze in the concert, which was, we could literally walk right there, but it wasn't open yet. So
Really, it wasn't open yet because we got there so
We were
early.
the first ones.
so
First
we
one's
did we got to indulge a little bit.
So then, since they couldn't really drink in the parking lot, we're like, well, let's go on in to the concert. And it literally was a chain link fence, like in a square, in an open parking lot. they had a few bleachers on the side, and then all the like big coolers, not coolers, but like cattle troughs
Yeah.
of iced beer and seltzers and stuff. So we end up going in there, and there's like, I don't know, a couple rows of people up by the stage,
Lawn
but
chairs.
but there was nobody in there.
No.
And so they go and get drinks, and we're like, well, let's walk on up to the stage and kind of see kind of the lay of the land. And there were people sitting up there in lawn chairs. Who knows how long they'd been there?
Protective.
Yeah.
people.
Very
And so we
protective.
start kind of weaseling our way up a little bit, and people are like, we've been here since 3
Yeah.
or whatever. And so we are like, okay, these people are serious. Did we have a blanket?
We had nothing.
Oh,
No.
so we just sat
We just
down.
sat on the ground.
You got to
So-
make friends with people.
So
might
we
have
sat
asphalt.
down behind the people in the lawn chairs. So we were like 3 rows back. We were right at the stage.
Yeah.
And as people started filtering in, people are now starting to weasel their way through all these people in the lawn chairs.
They were not happy. They weren't mad at us.
No,
They were mad at
no
other
bueno.
people.
we
They
had
were- yeah.
established our spot.
We
were there early
actually
enough.
made friends with the people in front of us.
We had established our area, and
Yeah.
plus we had Brock with us, who's
No one's messing with Brock
6'5".
8 feet tall. But yeah, so that was interesting. So as the guy said, we did make friends with people around us, which really was good, because when the concert started, people started pushing up to the stage, and that's when the people that had been there and kind of got their territory got a little bent out of shape, but it all worked out. So let's talk about the concert. It was pretty cool. The setup wasn't totally first class.
It was county fair type of deal.
It wasn't very big. They did have a roof on the stage and some big amps. But like I said, I had no idea what to expect. And so
He didn't have an opener, right?
I didn't. No opener.
No.
I didn't know what he looked like, at all. And
Neither.
obviously,
We thought it was a roadie coming out.
and
Who's this guy?
so all of a sudden, and it was light. It was still daylight out, and all of a sudden we hear this song, and I'm like, okay. I'm looking around. I'm like,
Like Chad Kroger here.
freaking Nickelback, and it was pumping through these speakers, and all of a sudden the guitar player comes out, and he stands and getting all set up. The other guitar player comes out, he's getting all set up. The drummer walks up and gets behind the kit, and I'm like, okay, so this is kind of cool. No Hardy, no lead singer, and
It's a great walkout song.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna walk out and to Rockstar by Nickelback, people are gonna know it immediately, and it's gonna be exciting.
And
it
so
was.
it was just pretty cool. I just didn't know what to expect.
This is also a good time to mention this was the first concert all of us, or the world, got to go see after COVID. Outdoors, no mask, beautiful weather, summertime. Everyone was so happy to be outside, maskless, enjoying music. So,
Yep, it was pretty cool. We were ready to let loose. At least these guys were. As I said, I was a professional drunk designated driver. I wasn't drunk. But this song is right here. Is where they stopped the song, and Hardy comes out. And as soon as Hardy comes out, they play this song. And I'm like, oh. So the guy comes out, he's got these big glasses on and a baseball cap on. And I'm like, this song sounds just like Rockstar. And yeah, it's just like, this is cool. Very cool. And he's kind of strutting around back and forth on stage. And what happens? You know what happens?
that.
Everything stops. Boom, the PA goes out. And
forgot about
they're playing the guitar and they're looking around, the drummer's playing, and Hardy is messing with his microphone.
Can't hear anything.
Nothing. It's all dead. And he puts the microphone back on the stand, and they weave their way through the amps, and they walk off the stage. And we're like,
Whoa.
That was
what's
quick.
going
And
on?
imagine my surprise seeing the guy that we iced on stage. I'm like, wait a second.
That's the guy we iced.
That's
There it
Hardy.
is.
I said, hey, could you give this to Hardy? Yeah, I'll give this to Hardy as he drinks it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everything went dead. The lights went off. The PA went off. It's like some Yahoo in the back pulled the plug,
Yeah.
and there was no power. They're gone. And we're looking at each other, and we're like, oh, this is a technical difficulty. And it was probably 5 or 10 minutes, and Hardy came out back on stage, grabbed the microphone, and he goes, really sorry about that. Would you guys mind if we did that again? And
No.
all, 30 people at the concert, no, there's more than that, but everybody was just screaming. And so I've never seen that. I've been to lots of concerts, and I've never seen that. He started everything again. So they started Rockstar again, and they came out just like they did, and then they went right back into this song. And it was
cool.
It was cool. I just never experienced that, and very professional.
Yeah, it wasn't anybody was complaining. It was
No,
okay. We're restarting the show.
We're
We get to
just-
be excited again, and hear the song again, and hear the transitions again.
And I was going to say this to the kids earlier today, and I'm waiting until now to tell them this. I didn't know any songs, and here I am.
remember that.
Here I am trying to sing the words to the songs. I'm trying to guess the next word, trying to rhyme stuff. And they're so toe tappy and so catchy, but I didn't know any of the words, and I'm just blah blah blah, just making up songs.
That's the worst when you're at a concert.
Everybody around me knew all the words, and I didn't know any of the songs, but I loved them. And this song's called Rednecker, and this is how he started the show. So Rednecker was the first song of the show. The second song was Truck. And I have a very short video of that. A lot of the videos we have are very short because, we all had flip phones back in 2020. Okay, we didn't. But yeah, the videos we have are very short. But I have lots of pictures and
We were enjoying the moment.
Yeah, but we did take a couple
Quick
of
videos.
Yeah. So this one is the second show or the second song of the concert, and it's called Truck. And you can see that he's got this Cole Wetzel shirt on, and you kind of see the setup of the show. It wasn't a very high production type show, and he also had a Nothing Fancy collection cap on. And I always thought it said Mossy Oak, but I zoomed in on it and looked at it, and he has his own clothing line called Nothing Fancy. Which I thought is kind of neat that he does something like that. Okay, so second song of the concert was called Boots, and again I have a very short video I want to show you, and this will demonstrate kind of how close we were, and out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, great song.
Get just blasted on the radio.
And that's called Boots, and that is kind of how we ended up with that third song of the show. Okay, so then he sang a song called Boyfriend, and again, I'd never heard any of these songs, and the sun's starting to go down, it's getting a little darker, and then they sing a song that somebody knows that I didn't know.
Yeah.
So what did they sing?
Very sad, emotional song, signed Sober You. And he
And again, I didn't know it.
This is really, before the concert, leading up to the concert, obviously I listened to Hardy as much as I could to get all the lyrics down, like somewhat.
Blah, blah, blah.
But I had heard Sign Sober You, and I didn't realize that it was Hardy, but it's just a classic song. If you're going through a breakup, turn it on. It makes you feel better.
So Sign Sober You, excellent song. Then he goes right into this song, which again,
17
I
in a
didn't
small
know,
town.
but it's called One Beer.
Weak knees in a
And
CVS.
this whole
Door
album
locked in the
called A
bathroom.
Rock
What's it gonna
had
be waiting on
every
that
song on
test?
it was
Never thought that
yeah,
they'd
excellent.
be putting
And
those life plans on the shelf. A couple American
You can sing along to
babies
every
raising one
song.
up
Sad
there.
or
I remember everybody around me.
If we knew the words.
They were singing every lyric. And like, wow.
This one, I would say, if you haven't listened to Hardy ever,
You gotta remember that Hardy was, he had this album, he had a couple of songs, but it wasn't country radio yet. Like, it wasn't
No.
anything that you would be, oh yeah, this is Hardy, this is Hardy. Now, you know, you hear Hardy everywhere.
well, and leading up also, we didn't realize some of like Morgan Wallen songs. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if this was his first tour. It might have been his first tour with him singing his own songs.
Yeah, he
We'll have to do
wrote songs for so many people.
Yeah.
So, talking about Hardy collaborating with other people, this is a song called He Went to Jared. And it features Morgan Wallen. And it's a great song. And this is the song.
Yeah, it had a lot of radio time because I had never heard of Hardy. My friend Brock, who was with us at the concert, this is the song he knew from Hardy. So we played this one over and over again in the weight room. And so we were pumped when it came on, obviously. It was, you know, whenever you're at a concert that you don't really know the guy that well, and you know the one song or the second song you know. So
Pumps you up.
we were going hard at this song.
So, we hear this song, and then they go right into this song. And this is a song that I knew.
So you did know some.
So I did know one. I knew the words to this one, but it's by Puddle of Mud. And we had been to a concert by Puddle of Mud.
Yeah, we went to one of my first concerts at the Valor Ballroom in Des Moines, Iowa. Was Puddle of Mud with Tom, and he was wearing the exact same shirt, I think.
This guy.
Collar shirt with a punk grunge crowd. There was a lot of metal, a lot of chains, a lot of
I fit
piercings.
in.
Yeah, we stuck out a little bit in that crowd, but it was a great concert. And Puddle of Mud has a lot of songs that you can sing that I grew up with. And to hear this song by Hardy, who did a great job covering, it was great. It was cool. And I think at this point in the concert, Amanda gave me my first Zen of my life. And for the 30 seconds I had it in, it was something else, yeah.
It's always good at the start.
Not a tobacco user, not a nicotine user, and I tried a 3 milligram Zen, and all of a sudden this song got a lot better, really quickly.
Always makes the concert experience.
And then I had to take it out so I didn't vomit, but
Yeah.
it was pretty sweet. It was a pretty cool experience. Thank you, Amanda.
Yeah. But yeah, Puddle of Mud or Blurry by Puddle of Mud was a nice surprise. And those two guitar players up there just rock. At some point, they were a triple guitar threat because they all three of them had guitars. But yeah, it was sick to see this, and really enjoyed it.
So going along with that, with Puddle of Mud, great song, Blurry, and it's interesting because Hardy, he kind of, you know, without using the pun, blurred the lines between country and rock and roll. And if you listen to Hardy now, he is rock. Like, he will call himself country. He'll be, you know, on the Country Music Awards, but he plays electric guitars. There's multiple electric guitars every song, and it's, you know, heavy drum, heavy bass line that carries melodies, and he'll even get into some screamo songs. But I just like how creative he is, and the stuff that he writes, the melodies he creates, with the lyrics that he's able to do, the rock and roll, you know, vibe and the grunge feel with his music is great. And then Anna has like one of these TikToks she really likes that Hardy talks about, but really cool Puddle of Mud cover.
So I'm sorry, I just had a
I just thought of something.
go off in my head. So I went to a concert, it might have been 2 years ago in Tinley Park, Hardy and Kip Moore. And Hardy sang a lot of the songs that we saw, was this 5 years ago?
2021,
Yeah,
5 years
So
ago.
5
yeah.
years ago, played the same, but now it's like a little more grunge and screamo, which I didn't think I'd like, but I think I just have a lot of respect for him, like his stage performance. He did such a good job. And I've never been...
bigger production now, I'm
yeah,
sure.
it's much different than the Meskwaki.
Stadium.
A lot more fire.
Casino, but I do think I like I like a lot of his grunge music, which I'm not a huge grunge person.
Well, we were just looking at an Instagram where he had to pick different bands over bands, like a bracket, and whittled it down to not his favorite band, but just bands he picked. And he ended up picking Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
It came down to like Puddle of Mud, Def Leppard, Alice in Chains, and another band. And none of it was country. It was just rock and roll. And I never would have thought Alice in Chains, but...
Kind of shows what he listened to.
She likes Man in a Box,
too,
so...
Yeah. I do.
I do. Andy likes Rooster, but
Thank you.
Man in the Box, so... All right.
Okay, so this song is legendary.
But it wasn't written
No.
when we saw him.
Came out 2 years later, 2023. It's called The Mockingbird and the Crow. And it kind of explains where he's trying to go in his career, from country to rock.
So we really like this one because we saw the beginning of it at the Tama concert in Meskwaki, that he was interested in getting rock and roll and seeing the transition from country to rock. And it's, I don't know this for sure, but I'm sure his label, his music label, his production label is like, no, you're a country boy, you have the trucker hat, you have the acoustic guitar, and we want you to become the biggest country star you can be.
Yeah.
Whereas his roots said, I want to rock. I want to rock out. I want to be like Puddle of Mud. I want to be like Alice in Chains. I want to scream. I want to play the guitar.
And this transition right here is iconic.
And then, so
this is like
Mockingbird
a
and the
statement.
Crow. This is the Crow.
This is the statement
He's the
to
Crow.
the world. He's going this route.
Very cool. Completely changes the keys, adds the electric guitar. It picks up the pace. You can hear the drums come in a lot more.
That bass line, he's taking it for a walk.
Walks
Huh?
the bass. Of course, he walks the bass.
He's not.
This part, everyone listen.
Oh. Ooh.
And then,
It is so cool.
yeah, and then he has a song called "Sold Out" on his album Jack. If you haven't heard
Oh
Jack.
my God.
It's rock and roll. It's completely different than what he had been releasing previously. Very cool transition that he made, and the true fans of Hardy, they followed it and they liked it.
Us,
but
even
there
though we
are
didn't
there
know
are
about
the country people that
They
wanted
don't like
Hardy
it.
to be country, and I don't know how they feel about it, but I love this type of music, so I had no problem with it.
So getting back to the show back in 2021, he ended the show with a song called Unapologetically Country as Hell. And again, I didn't know any of the words, but everybody around all of us knew every frickin' word to that song. And I'm just looking around going, okay, this... And the more people got into it and jumping around, the more it was a sweet song.
I remember people like almost anticipating and waiting for the first note to hit or the first word to hit, and then it was the whole crowd knew the song, knew the lyrics, and even if you didn't know what the heck he was going to sing or what he was saying, you joined in because it was a blast.
And it starts off where it's very loud and then it drops.
So this is the video of that final song.
Very cool. The Zins were rolling at this point.
Zins and Trulies.
Oh, the Trulies.
I think it was Coors Light for me that night. We were feeling unapologetically country as hell.
Even I was.
So yeah, that was a very, very sick song. Loved it. I loved everything about that show. And not drinking and being able to drive everybody home made
Safely.
me
we were safe.
happy. And Anna just thought of something.
So, if we're wrapping it up, at the end of the concert, Hardy didn't go right back to his truck. He kind of came down where the guardrail was. And he saw Amanda, Maggie, and I, and was like, oh, I remember you girls. You were troublemakers.
The Ice Girls.
And we got a picture with them, so Tom will show that picture. But I still, to this day, I'm like, I cannot believe, like, this is a story we can tell our kids someday if they know who Hardy is. So, just a cool story.
I need to see him again, because this is the only time I've seen him. And I got to see him in Tinley Park. Who was he with? Kip Moore?
Kip Moore.
I need to see him again because he's a stadium performer now. I mean, he's in
Arenas.
sellout arenas. He's playing with Morgan Wallen. He's playing with Kip Moore. He's playing with different people because he writes songs for everybody. So he doesn't matter who or when.
I think he's with Lainey Wilson a lot too.
He's been with Lainey Wilson
Ernest.
plenty of times. Ernest. Hardy's a huge name, and I'm sure most of your viewers watch and listen to Hardy too. So,
Well,
or at least have heard of him.
don't come at me for liking country, but I do, and I like all kinds of music. And in fact, we were here this morning listening to Irish music, so
Yes.
that was fun.
Shout out to Amble.
Amble.
Okay, I don't know Amble. I don't know any words, but I can fake it like I know him. But Hardy delivered, and anytime I get a chance to see him on TV or at the award shows or whatever, he's awesome, and he was absolutely as nice as he could be to my girls, and I love that about him. So it was a shout out to everybody.
Shout out Hardy.
Yeah. So that's it. That's the show. Every melody is a memory. And I want to thank you for joining us for episode 15. I want to thank Andy, my favorite son, my favorite daughter-in-law, Anna.
Taylor guitar behind
We'll be
us.
back.
Got the Taylor guitar.
Taylor's out.
And that's it for Lowe Notes. Thank you for joining me. Like and subscribe. And rock on.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.